Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today we're going over everything we know so far about the upcoming wedding season in New Horizons. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So as you know, we are coming to the end of May and rapidly approaching a brand new month in New Horizons that includes even more surprises. Of course, thanks to the latest trailer, we know the wedding season is one of those surprises, so today we're going to break down the trailer and go over everything we can expect before taking a look at the event and all the prizes available in more detail after a spoiler break. So the wedding season is set to begin on June the 1st, which is next Monday, and unlike any other event, this will run for an entire month, coming to a close on June the 30th, so it is really more of a season than an event, and this is the longest running holiday event in the game so far. June is known as the wedding season in the real world, so I guess that's why the New Horizons team decided to go with a full month. Anyway, the wedding season will see the return of two fan favourite special characters, including Reese and Cyrus, who are of course better known as the couple who run the retail store in New Leaf. These guys are stopping by Harvey's island throughout the season to celebrate their anniversary. The reason they've chosen to visit Harvey instead of our main New Horizons island is because they want to make use of Harvey's cabin and get a whole bunch of photos made with a variety of different furniture sets in celebration of their anniversary, which is pretty cool. It sounds like it's going to be very happy home designer-esque, which I think a lot of people will enjoy. All we officially know at this point, based solely on the trailer, is we will be assisting Reese and Cyrus throughout the wedding season by decorating the cabin and presumably dressing the special characters and taking a bunch of cool wedding style photos for their anniversary. I think it's perfectly reasonable to assume different days will present different challenges, and much like how Label asks us to dress in a certain theme for her fashion checks for example, Reese and Cyrus will likely change up the photo shoot themes, meaning we can decorate the cabin in any way we see fit as long as it suits the current theme. And really that's all the information we can extract from the trailer right now. It was only a few seconds unfortunately, but before we go any further, let us know in the comments what other goals you think Reese and Cyrus will set during the event, and let's see who can guess some correctly. Anyway, it's pretty obvious that the wedding season will be one of the main focuses of New Horizons for the coming weeks, and of course it's primarily centered around Reese and Cyrus on Harvey's island. But thanks to the latest data mine, we know a little about how the event will work, as well as some of the features and prizes up for grabs when taking part, which we'll go over now. So please consider this your spoiler warning. If you do not want to see the in-game rewards associated with Reese and Cyrus's wedding season event, or you want to keep it a surprise for June the 1st, please leave this video now, but please leave a like before you do. So based on the latest data mine, it seems that just as you'd expect, we will be helping Reese and Cyrus by decorating the cabin and taking some wedding anniversary photos for them. It looks like Reese will regularly set different themes for the photo shoot, I'm guessing at least every day, and it will be our job to decorate the cabin based on the theme she's set. For example, she could say she's looking for a fairy tale themed photo, or gothic photos, or even sporty photos, and then we'll have to place furniture and clothing items accordingly. I doubt it's too dissimilar from the themes used by Label. Now every day we are set with this theme challenge and we'll take photos, and based on how well we meet the criteria and how good the photos we take are, we will be rewarded with new items called heart crystals. Heart crystals are not technically in the game yet, but you may have already heard about these, as some people are already hacking them into the game and even growing them on trees strangely using save edits. So if you recognise the name, that's why. Personally, as cool as they are, I recommend avoiding hacked items altogether. It's just not worth risking losing your save. Anyway, these heart crystals are the wedding season's crafting material style currency, and like many other limited time materials, can only be used or redeemed during the event. It's suggested that we will earn between 5 and 11 different heart crystals every day, so I guess that's an incentive to take part on multiple days throughout the season to earn as many crystals as we can. Now once you've obtained enough heart crystals, it's possible to speak with Cyrus, who will then exchange the crystals for limited time wedding season items or prizes. This kind of mechanic reminds me a lot of how Pocket Camp worked rather than how we craft things now in New Horizons, so we'll have to wait and see if it's as straightforward as it sounds and just exchanging or buying from Cyrus rather than some form of actual crafting. It turns out there are a total of 26 unique wedding season items, not including dozens of remakes and customizations, and each of these items require a certain amount of heart crystals to obtain. Similarly, to unlock these items and even have the option of getting them, we have to participate in a number of different photo shoots. For example, some items won't be available until we've taken part in at least 7 or more photo shoots. So unlike the International Museum Day event that's happening right now in New Horizons, for example, we already know we'll need to take part in the wedding season event on several different days to unlock all the prizes. I think many people wanted different prizes on different days during the stamp rally, so hopefully this is good news. Some of the wedding themed items available from Cyrus include the wedding bench, the wedding decoration, the white wedding wall, the white wedding flooring, the blue wedding rug, the wedding table, chair and flower stand, the wedding party wall, the wedding candle set, the wedding head table, and of course the cake, the wedding pipe organ, and finally the arch and welcome board, which is really cool. And that's pretty much all the furniture, excluding some colour variants and of course customizations. There are of course some clothing items available too, including the wedding dress, the wedding tuxedo, the wedding pumps and shoes, and finally the bridal veil, which we can of course see Reese and Cyrus wearing in the original trailer. Now the final reward for taking part in this giant event is a DIY recipe for the wedding wand, which again will be obtainable from Cyrus. The catch here is we have to complete all photo shoots before Cyrus will give us the wand recipe. I'm not sure if this means 30 photo shoots, so one every day, or just until we've participated in enough photo shoots to unlock all the other items. Either way, I think we're going to have to take part in as many as we possibly can to ensure we can buy at least one of each of the items. Of course, details like this, along with how many heart crystals we'll need exactly and how often the theme changes and stuff like that, will become clearer once the wedding season begins. And that pretty much sums up all the content we know about right now for Reese and Cyrus's wedding season event. Of course, the event starts next Monday on June the 1st, but it's not been activated yet on the Nintendo servers, so even if you try to time travel there, you won't be able to take part in it just yet. Nintendo will most likely push out an update a day or so before, just like they have for past events. Now, in terms of preparing for the event, I recommend heading to Harvey's Island if you get the chance, especially if you still haven't visited yet, and just get a feel for how his cabin works, along with how things like the camera and the controls work and stuff like that. And if you can, maybe scan in some amiibo so you can get used to what it's going to be like decorating the cabin and playing with some special characters. Personally, I've only been to the cabin once, and that was to scan Rover's amiibo so I could get his poster, so I'm definitely going to head over there again. Furthermore, I think it's probably a good idea to start buying pretty much every item you see for sale in Nook's Cranny, and maybe talk to your villagers more and try and get a hold of as many DIY recipes and furniture items as you can before the event starts. This will of course ensure you have enough items of a variety of different themes and be able to meet Reese's criteria when it comes to decorating the cabin. The last thing you need is to find out you've not got enough sporty items or something like that. Ultimately, the goal is to earn as many heart crystals as possible so we can buy as many items as possible. So to do this, we're probably going to need a whole bunch of different themed items. The only other thing we can take away from this is that both the Reese and Cyrus amiibo will likely be added to the game if they haven't been already, so we can bring them to the cabin anytime we want after the event, just like we can with Rover since the Mayday event. This means their posters will likely also be available to order from the Nook Stop too, which is cool. So there we have it, an entire month dedicated to decorating cabins and taking anniversary photos. But what are your thoughts on this? How do you feel about having a month-long event in New Horizons? Do you think it's too long, or are you glad given we'll need to take part on multiple days? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Anyway, I'd like to thank the data miners for all their hard work, as always, and for publishing their findings to the community. Of course, I'll leave the links to their results and other articles I found in the description. I definitely recommend checking it out and supporting them if you can. Anyway, for now, that pretty much wrapped up this video. If you're an Animal Crossing fan, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any New Horizons news. Until then, I'd like to give a special thank you to this channel's Patreon supporters, as well as some new channel members. You guys absolutely rock. Don't forget to head over to our Discord server too, and of course, if you got this far in the video, please comment wedding, just to let me know you did. That would be super awesome. And please be sure to include what other hopes you have for this event and other things you'd like to see added. I'd love to know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and find it entertaining. Please be sure to leave a like if you did. Thanks for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.